Hey, how's it going? This is TheArgonaut. We are here again in Warhammer 2 multiplayer, where I am using the dwarves to take on the Beastmen. So, still kind of figure out, good things to bring in each matchup, but basically what I did was I brought Ungrim Iron Fist, and then a Rune Smith, and as well as a, a Thane with a Tormentor Sword. So, I have two Quarrelers. I have basically four Longbeards with great weapons. My thought was that it would be good for them to be immune to psychology, and then also armor piercing, because I was assuming he would bring a ton of Bestigors. I went with the Ironbreakers up in the middle, because they're just so freaking tanky. Then I have Slayers, as well as some Dragonback Slayers. And then, I think I forgot how I said I have two Quarrelers, but I figured, they'll probably be able to get around me or pull in and wreck my Quarrelers at some point, but the hope is that we could do enough damage potentially with them at some point, because they'll have some big units. So I wanted to get some range units. And I have some gyrocopters just with the steam guns. I was thinking I could pick off some lightly armored targets. Soon I noticed the two Razor Gore herd here swinging around, and I'm gonna kind of train my gyrocopters over there. So I think he has one Gore herd, two Gore herd with shields, I think he's four Bestigor herds? Oh, he's got three Gore herds, okay. Two with shields, one with not any shields, and then he's got four Bestigor herds, some Minotaurs, he's got a Gore Bull, he has a lore of Wild Bray Shaman, and then Morgur the Shadow Gave. Nasty looking Morgur. Just come on, man, pick up after yourself. It's disgusting. Alright, so I'm just trying to keep them away, push them off a little bit. It's not going to be super effective, but, it's doing a little bit of damage. Let me get that out of the way. So at this point, I'm kind of spreading out my formation a little bit, hoping to kind of protect. And I'm thinking also, if I can bring them through the water, they won't get as good of a charge. So just kind of realigning here. And waiting to see if he has any other trickery going on, but pretty much I think he's just gonna go for a straight-on charge. Why would he not? Alright. Oh man, I just love the Longbeards. They're so freaking badass. Look at them. Look at them. They don't care. Facing down Bestigors. I don't really get good charges off, but it's okay. So just trying to do a little bit of HP damage to these Bestigors real quick. I'm gonna focus my Quarrelers somewhere else soon enough, but it's coming in with a big line here. I do kind of like this spread out formation a little bit. I feel like it's a little more flexible, especially with the dwarves, where things are going to be able to get around to your back line pretty easily. Yes, the Ironbreakers. Hurl in there, blasting charges. Come on, get another one for us? Nope, nothing. Okay, that's okay. So I'm trying to get some good charges in here. I know our Longbeards are not going to trade that well with the Bestigors, but it is what it is. He summons a Cygor just right in the middle here. At this point, yeah, he pulled right through and hit my my Quarrelers. We're taking a lot of damage. The Minotaurs come in, but we do have the Dragonback Slayers, which are going to start pulling down the Bray Shaman as well as the Minotaurs. Over here, we got Rune Smith buffing the troops. Yeah, around the back, I screened off one of the Razor Gore herds with our Slayers here. I was trying to get to the other one, but I just couldn't. There wasn't enough to protect these poor Quarrelers. We're gonna get wrecked. But we drive off the Bray Shaman and just, look at the Slayers just annihilated the Minotaurs with shields. I mean, they just did so much damage. These Longbeards are doing what they can. These ones just got smoked with Gorbel over here. And then we have Chaos Spawn. Trying to get the Thane over in here. Where's Ungrim? Yes, he's chasing after the Cygor. I think I probably should have just ignored the Cygor because it was a summon. But at this point, these Razor Gore are going to start getting taken down too. I have the Gyrocopters in the back. His Bray Shaman does come back. He's going to pull in and try to probably focus on our Quarrelers, and I didn't notice it. My bad. These Longbeards over here just are tanking out against the Gore herds as expected. But we drove off the Razor Gores. There's just giant pile of troops. I'm thinking he probably should have left some in there and swung around my flanks a bit more. That would have probably been a slightly better strategy, but it's still super close. I mean, he's just all over my back lines. routed those Longbeards, just shattered them. These ones are holding pretty well, but again, the Bray Shaman of Wild is getting wrecked. Almost taking care of the Cygor with the beast Ungrim himself. But over here, we're just getting teamed up on by Morgar and the Gorbel. Let's get some good Gorbel footage. Oh man, just covered in blood. Tearing through. Nasty chaos spawn. Oh god, those guys are so ugly. I love it. Just pushing through. Trying to get to my little Quarrelers. Run! Run, you fools! I just try to park them up here and then fire what we can. Still have a good amount of ammo on the gyrocopters. Actually, how much ammo did they start with? I don't know, probably a good amount though. At least like 20 something it looks like. These Longbeards just holding tough. The old grumblers that they are. Alright, let's see what else is going on here. Slayers just holding off Bestigors. They're going to get wrecked. It's not really a good engagement, but I don't have much of a choice at this point. The Quarrelers are actually going to start doing pretty well. I mean, getting some HP damage. I know there's not many of them left, but it's enough to start picking apart what we have here. So I have my little Lord Blob, which is got a Thane, Ungrim, as well as a Runesmith. And I'm trying to get Ungrim teeing off on the Gorbel. That's a fight for sure. Oh man, he's just going to be wrecking Gorbel though, for sure. He's going to do a ton of damage to him. Morgar is extremely tanky though, and he's healing, so it seems like it's going to be pretty close. I was thinking pretty much the whole time, I'm like waiting for him to start collapsing in on me and really crushing me, but the Longbeards, some of them held out very well. They did their thing as best they could. Ironbreakers here being extremely tough. He's got a lot of Bestigor. And they were starting to rout. I drop there's Tormentor Swords going on here, just trying to keep everything nice and close, and I can try to focus down his Gorbel. Let's see what else is going on. Anything coming back? No, I just have the Quarrelers here, still firing away. Some Longbeards came back from routing here. Cast a Rune of Wrath and Ruin, I think. I put it on one of these guys at some point. But yeah, Morgar is still looking pretty healthy, and my hero units, and Ungrim is taking a lot of damage. I mean, he's got 1,500 health right now. These Longbeards are just brutally tanking out so much. And I notice, oh wait, this is a perfect opportunity to drop some bombs. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, the frame rate droppage. I'm gonna cycle back around, hit him again with another volley of bombs. And that really does a ton of damage and knocks out the Bestigor herd, and then I'm trying to bring over the Longbeards. So at this point, we've really worked on Gorbel pretty well with our three heroic units, and he routs, but Ungrim is really low. I mean, yeah, he just took a ton of damage from Morgar. Morgar is just wailing on him right now. And I'm pretty close to losing Ungrim. I'm thinking if I lose Ungrim, that's going to be pretty bad for my morale. The Quarrelers ended up, doing a little bit of HP damage, so I think they weren't completely lost, but some of their units trying to come back. I'm going to dive in here, try to hit the Bestigors and knock them out, but unfortunately they stabilize. And at this point I'm like, oh man, Ungrim is down to 300 health. Morgar is starting to get taken down though, and it's looking pretty good. A bunch of units are coming back, but I'm thinking at this point we probably have it wrapped up. And they're starting to fall from army losses, and then at this point, Morgar routs, and that's pretty much going to be it. I mean, the Gorbel's trying to come back over here, but he's got no chance at this point. And yep, some of these guys are trying to come back, but I don't know if we end up. I don't think we actually kill Morgar. He is just too tanky. But yes, it was a Pyrrhic victory indeed. It was a super close battle. It was a lot of fun. Really good game to my opponent. That was a ton of fun. And actually, I saw this afterwards. We brought essentially the same amount of units and lost pretty much the same amount of units, which I thought was pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean, some of the Longbeards, I mean, these guys tanked forever. These ones got pretty smashed from the Bestigors. I mean, the Bestigors just traded so well. I'm not really sure what's a better choice. I mean, I'm sure other people know, but I don't know if numbers is. I mean, their armor piercing is just so brutal on the Bestigors. I think they're a tough counter against the dwarves. But heroes did pretty well, taking out what units they could, And then, honestly, I feel like the gyrocopters did pretty well, too, at the end there. And Ironbreakers just being tanks. And the Slayers, of course, did very well. Like, I didn't chevron these guys. These three all gained chevrons, which was pretty cool. So, yeah, that was a great battle. That was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed watching that replay. And, yeah, I will see you in the next one.